Good morning. My name is Fred Perola. I'm the CEO of the Town of Hempstead IDA. Welcome. We are here to take testimony with respect to Inwood Property Development, LLC, 2024 facility. If you'd please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
Denise, Fred Pearl is speaking right now. Okay. You're welcome.
There it is. It's on. I'll proceed with the notice of public hearing for the record. Notice is hereby given that a public hearing pursuant to Title I of Article 18A of the New York State General Municipal Law, the hearing, will be held by the Town of Hempstead Industrial Development Agency on the 17th day of January 2024 at 10 a.m. local time. The Town of Hempstead at the Town of Hempstead Town Hall, second floor, 350 Front Street, Hempstead, New York, 11550, in connection with the following matter. Inwood Property Development, LLC, a limited liability company organized and existing under the laws of the state of New York on behalf of itself and the principles of Inwood Property Development, LLC, and or an entity formed to be formed on behalf of any of the foregoing, collectively the company, submitted its amended application for financial assistance, the application, to the Town of Hempstead Industrial Development Agency, the agency herein, to enter into a transaction in which the agency will assist in the acquisition of an interest in approximately 0.69 acre parcel of land located at 356-370 Bayview Avenue, Inwood, Town of Hempstead, County of Nassau, New York, the land. The demolition of the existing structures and improvements on the land, the construction of one 5-story, approximately 52,582 square foot building consisting of approximately 48 residential rental units consisting of approximately 15 one-bedroom apartments, 18 two-bedroom apartments, 14 three-bedroom apartments, and 1 studio apartment, garage and surface parking on the land, and associated site improvements, the improvements, and the acquisition of certain fixtures, equipment, and personal property necessary for the completion thereof, the equipment, and together with the land and the improvements, the facility, which facility is to be subleased by the agency to the company and further subleased by the company to future tenants for use as an affordable multiple housing complex in which 100% of the residential rental units will be set aside as affordable units, that is, rented and occupied only by individual-families whose annual income does not exceed 80% of the Nassau-Suffolk area median income for the household size based on the U.S. Census and updated by the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, the project. The facility would be initially owned, operated, and managed by the company. The agency contemplates that it would provide financial assistance to the company in the form of exemptions from mortgage recording taxes in connection with the financing or any subsequent refinancing of the facility, exemptions from sales tax and use taxes, and abatement of real property taxes. The company has requested that the agency provide financial assistance to the company in the form of abatements of real property taxes for a term of up to 20 years, the pilot benefit. The proposed pilot benefit deviates from the agency's uniform tax exemption policy and guidelines as amended to date, the policy, because the proposed pilot benefit would be for a term up to 20 years instead of 10 years. Copies of the proposed pilot payment schedule are available on the agency's website at www.tohida.org. The agency is considering the proposed deviation from the policy due to the current nature of the property and because the project would not be economically viable without a pilot for a term of up to 20 years. A representative of the agency will, at the above stated time and place, hear and accept oral comments from all persons with views in favor of or opposed to either the project or the financial assistance requested by the company. Comments may also be submitted to the agency in writing or electrically prior to or during the hearing by emailing them to idamail@tohmail.org. Minutes of the hearing will be transcribed and posted on the agency's website. Members of the public have the opportunity to review the application for financial assistance filed by the company with the agency and an analysis of the costs and benefits of the proposed project, which can be found on the agency's website at www.tohida.org. The agency anticipates that the members of the agency will consider a resolution to approve the project and the financial assistance requested by the company, including the proposed 20-year pilot benefit at the agency's board meeting, to be held on January 23rd, 2024 at 9 a.m. local time, 1 Washington Street, Town Hall Pavilion, Hempstead, New York, 11550. It's signed, designee by the Town of Hempstead Industrial Development by Frederick E. Parola, CEO, and that this notice is dated January 5th of 2024. If anyone would wish to be heard with comments with respect to this project, please come forward, state your name, and give your testimony, please. Thank you for being here.
Good morning, Mr. Parola.
Good morning.
I'm
All right,
Chris.
let me just for the record state that we are joined by, I'm pulling a face here, Laura. Your last name?
Oh, Tamayo.
Tamayo, I'll be all right. What's your title?
Deputy Agency Director.
Deputy Agency Director. It's a little early. I've already been in one meeting, so
Good morning.
I've lost it.
Deputy
Please.
Agency Director. My name's Chris Kirby. I am an attorney with Minerva and D'Agostino. We're general counsel for the Lawrence Union Free School District. The school district has asked me to come here today to request an adjournment of the hearing. Although I see that there are people here, and Mr. Parola, you've already begun the proceedings. If not an adjournment, then perhaps holding any decision in abeyance, keeping the hearing open until the school district has an opportunity to be heard. I know this is on their radar. They received notice maybe 10 days ago, and they do have some concerns that they would like to express to the board. They haven't had an opportunity. I know the board president has been out of the country. One or two other board members have been out of the country. They have family members in Israel. They've been in Israel dealing with the conflict over there. And so they would like an opportunity to meet and discuss this issue and then have an opportunity to be heard here. That's really all I have for you.
Thank you. Just for the record and for the reality of it, we'll be happy to meet with anyone, anytime. The school board certainly, we've engaged with conversations on this and other projects, and certainly we're available when it's convenient for them.
All right, so like I said, I would respectfully request that you hold the hearing open until we have an opportunity to be heard. Thank you.
Always do.
Very good.
Thank you for your testimony.
Thanks.
Good morning, Mr. Parola. George Peters from Sir Tillman Ballin, Adler and Hyman.
Good morning.
Inwood Property Development, LLC. I would respectfully ask that we proceed with the public hearing as is, and then at your discretion, of course, close the public hearing. And I'd like to, put it on the record that this application is substantially similar to the application that was initially filed by Inwood Property Development in early 2022, with a slight deviation in unit breakdowns, which was essentially a scrivener's error when the application was made. An inadvertent draft was essentially used for that application of the construction plans. With that being said, it's substantially the exact same project, and I would respectfully request that we proceed as such. Thank you.
We will, and that is our understanding with the status of why we're here today, with the change in the unit breakdown. My pleasure. Thank you, sir.
Anyone else like to be heard at the moment? You want to ponder it before you speak, perhaps?
Anyone reconsider? Just here for the atmosphere. Okay. Yes. We'll leave it open another 5 minutes. We usually do 20 minutes worth. Give anyone who is on their way an opportunity to get here. So give it a few more moments. I note that we've had some new visitors present. It's a pleasure to have you here. If anyone would like to speak, certainly please feel free to step up and give your name and any testimony that you might wish to give. Or not. Great, great. Welcome. I would just note, to emphasize that, especially with the weather, we will hold the record open. We always do, but always anxious and appreciative of any late input that we receive on projects, and certainly that's the case in this one as well. Observing that it is 10:20, I'm going to adjourn this hearing Sine Die. Thank you for attending. Have a great day. Be safe.